I've been using AI trading bots for the past 3 or so months, and within the last month or so, I've really been putting some serious money into them. In this video, we're going to cash out all my trading bots for the last month and see how much money they made. Just a hint, it's basically more than my entire mining farm made in profit, which is crazy because there's no overhead like power cost. If you remember last video, I set up a USDT USDC bot that was supposed to be getting like 50% APY, and we didn't get that full 50%, but it was insanely promising. So we're going to set up another one of those and check out the profits on the last one. So let's go ahead and take a look at my bots. As always, I will have referral links to Pionex down below. It is my favorite crypto exchange, and I hope to show you why in this video. Okay, so first let's do a quick walkthrough of the current bots that I'm running, because it may seem sort of confusing why I'm running so many of them. So you'll see here the first one is a USDC USDT bot. These are the ones that I was talking about last video. And you can see quickly the arbitrage APR is 20% on this one. So essentially, over an entire year, you're going to get 20% back on your USDT, which is basically a 20% interest rate on cash, which is very promising. Taking a little closer look, you can see that this bot is $532. It's generated $3 in profit. And the price range that this bot operates in is when USDT is within 0.9974 and 1.002 of USDT. Now we keep going down. I have a couple other bots, all of them within about $500 ranges, and I'll explain why shortly. This next one has an APY of 26%, so even better here. Total profit of $4.5. You can see the range right here. And then another one down here for $463 with only 6% APR. So what we're going to discuss later is why does this bot have 6% APR while this one has 26%. I'm going to show you guys how to pick the price range that's basically going to make the most profit for you, because 26%, that's awesome. I will leave a ton of money in that all year long, but 6%, that's not even as good as the staking program that Pionex offers for USDT. So you might as well just do staking if you're going to do that. Now going down a little bit further, I have a Bitcoin USDT bot, and this one has $9,000 in it and is getting an APY of 11.5%. So basically I'm earning over $1,000 on my Bitcoin holdings every single year, which is super awesome because Bitcoin is not traditionally a coin that you can stake. But with this Bitcoin, I can, and I am generating profit off of it. You can see in the last 19 days, I've already generated $56, and the price range that it's operating in is 90,000 through 160,000. Now going down just a bit further here, my best USDT USDC bot is this one right here, which is almost getting 30% APY on cash, which is insane. It's generated $11 on a $400 investment. And this last one here is 13% at $400 investment. So why am I doing a bunch of smaller bots instead of just putting all my money into the price range that has the highest APY? And that's because the larger your bot is, the larger the trades are that it has to make. And these bots are making tiny trades kind of all day long. And once those become very big trades, it kind of backs up the order book and makes it so it's not able to do these trades unless there's a ton of volume. So I have found that splitting these bots into smaller dollar increment bots is actually going to make you more money. And we are going to set that up shortly. So one thing that I really like about these bots is that if you go to more and then release profit, and then you do all grid trading bots, you can release the profit from all of your bots. So I have a couple Etherium bots as well, and those ones have been generating a ton of money. I'm going to do a separate video on those. So this list right here is all of my profits just from the last month, and it is totals over $170, which is absolutely crazy. It's more money than I'm making in profit off of my actual mining farm, where I spent over $12,000 on hardware. So I hope you guys can see just how crazy the potential of this is and why I'm sending a lot of my mining rewards directly to Pionex to basically compound and get this passive income just flowing in. So let's go ahead and release all of this passive income here. And I'm going to set up a new USDT USDC bot, and we're going to analyze what is the best price range to do it in and see how much money we can make on that one. So I went ahead and deposited another $500 in USDT, and I just cashed out all those trading bots. So we are sitting at $697 in tradable USDT. One thing I also want to highlight about Pionex is just how cheap their buy and sell fees are. This is like the AI trading bots is a big thing that I like about it, but there's a lot of other factors why I have been using them as an exchange. So let's just go to trade, and I want to show you guys how cheap the buy and sell fees are. So we're just going to buy $700 of Bitcoin and then sell it and see how much USDT we still have left, because it's going to be crazy. Okay, so we're just going to take the market price, do a limit order for $697.5. Let's buy that, and that's fine. Okay, so back to our wallet here, you can see we have basically 0 tradable dollars. Now we'll go back and sell our Bitcoin and see if we get the same amount back. So limit sell 100%. Let's sell that. And you can see right there, it said the transaction fee was going to be 0.7 cents, so not even $1 on a $700 order. Well, my experiment's kind of going to shit because the market is dropping now, but I'm trying to get this limit order sold here. The trade finally executed, and even with the market moving slightly against us, you can see that we still have $695.51. So buying $700 of Bitcoin and then selling $700 of Bitcoin, we literally lost $1.50 in tradable money. Try to do that on Coinbase, and I guarantee you, you're going to lose probably $60 or more. And this is a sponsored video from Pionex, but I just like the difference in fees between Pionex and Coinbase is like so insane that I just will never use Coinbase again while this is still an option, because especially if you don't have a ton of mining machines and you're trying to cash out to US dollars, then Coinbase is going to eat up like all of your profit, especially if you don't have a big farm. Now, if you have a big farm, then it's going to offset a little bit and it's not as important, but this is definitely the lower fee option to cash out. Now, one thing I should mention is there is a $12 USD fee to withdraw to your bank. They are working on getting that lowered. I guess it's basically just set by the bank that they're using, but regardless, $12 one-time fee to withdraw is way better than the insane fees that you're going to be paying on actually making the trades on Coinbase. Coinbase may have free withdrawals, but you are going to be paying a fee getting the coins in and out and also selling them. So let's continue on this. Let's go to setting up a new USDT USDC bot, and I'll show you how I choose which range to actually make these insane APRs. So if you go to create a new trading bot here, then we can do a grid trading bot, and then our trading pair, we want to do USDC USDT. And then this is where we need to set our upper limit and lower limit. And this is where I like to analyze this chart here. You can see that the far left here is the very beginning of December, like December 1st. And then the far right is today, December 26th. And if you'll notice, there's a lot less volatility on the right section of the chart than there is on the left here. And I've definitely noticed that in my trading bots. That one that was at 30% APY in this video was actually at like 45% a couple weeks ago. But you can see that these swings, which is normally where we make all of our profit, they're not really happening anymore. And I'm not sure if that's because more people have made these bots or the volume is just much tighter, that there's way less room for arbitrage. I'm not sure, but I do hope that these swings sort of come back. But in the meantime, let's see if there's still enough room right here for us to make profit in this small range that we are swinging between. That's basically how we're going to determine this range. So we want to go slightly below the tops of these candles here, and that looks like it's 0.9983. So for our upper limit, let's do 0.9983. And then we need to figure out what our lower limit is going to be and see if it's wide enough to actually make a profit. So let's try 9962 and see what that looks like. And if we do grids, you always just want to do 2 grids here. We can see that we are at 0.01 in terms of profit, and our grid width is basically 0.0021. So this amount of profit is too low. Basically, our spread is too small, and we're not going to make enough profit after fees with that grid. So how I've been setting my other ones is making this spread basically 0.0028, and right now we're only at 0.0021. So let's go back to the chart here and see if there's room for us to maybe spread this out a little bit. So it looks like we could maybe go all the way down to 0.9960 and still have a decent amount of candles below it, and maybe even up to 8.4. So let's try that, 60 to 8.4. And we're getting a little bit higher on the profit here, but I actually kind of want to compare where are my current bots right now. So the ones that are doing good is this one right here, and this is going from 6 to 8.8, and that's the 38% APR one. And then this one is going from 5.7 to 8.6. So maybe I just do 5.9 to 8.8. Is that going to be the same? That's pretty similar to this one. So maybe I'll go between the two and do 5.8 to 8.7. Let's try that. So 5.8 to 8.7, and that is going to give us a profit of almost 0.1% per trade, and sometimes these things can trade 4 to 5 times per day, which is pretty sweet. And this range here is 0.0029, which is okay. I've been doing 0.0028, but let's try one with a little bit bigger range. Let's see what happens. And now I can just drag this right here, and I'm gonna put in all of my current USDT. That's about $700, and hopefully that just sits and earns anywhere between 20 and 30% APR over the next year. Much better than any savings account or staking that you can do. Though I kind of mentioned earlier that the bigger your bot size is, the harder it is for it to make those transactions. So maybe let's just set this to a flat 500, and I'll show you what else we can do with the additional 200 USDT that we have. So let's go ahead and create this bot. It's going to basically purchase 100% of USDC right off the bat. It's going to make sure that slippage control is set very low, so we're not going to lose a lot of money in the initial trade. And we can see our bot right here, and we'll monitor this over the next few weeks and see how it does. One other thing that Pionex just enabled is staking of different coins. Now, I normally do not promote sort of APR type systems after the last bull run with all the horrible collapses that we saw with a lot of people losing their money, but with this being a US exchange, there's definitely a lot more safeguards in place than like if TradeOgre or one of those exchanges with no safeguards put in staking. So here we can see that USDT is 6.5%, and they do have Ethereum staking too, but Ethereum staking you actually have to lock up your coins. Whereas USDT, I've already played with this a little bit, so you do not have to lock your coins up at all. So let's go ahead and put in our $200 in here. It's going to estimate the APR at 6.5%. This does vary though, and this has normally been sitting around 10%. So if you don't want to mess around with the bots, this is also a good option that you can do. And it's very easy to just pull out any rewards that you earn as well as your capital with no sort of delay or anything like that. I've already put like $1,000 in here and then pulled it out after I'd earned a couple dollars. Yeah, you can see here cumulative gain 3.7 bucks. So this is another good option as well, and definitely check it out if you guys are interested. I really just want to highlight how powerful Pionex Exchange is on basically compounding crypto you already have. This is mainly a crypto passive income channel, mostly mining, but when I see opportunities like this where I can make more money than I make with my entire mining farm just by creating some AI trading bots, definitely something I want to highlight to you guys, whether this video is sponsored or not. So if that's interesting to you, again, I will have sign up links to Pionex Exchange down below, and I'll leave 2 videos up here on other bot videos on how to set them up, and also some more profit highlighting that I did. I'll see you guys next time. As always, thanks for watching.